So we have here comparing and ordering decimals. Okay, so we have here how do we compare and how are we going to arrange our decimals, teacher? So we're going to look for um, first our example here. Okay, so um, okay, who wants to read our first or our problem here?
Me, teacher.
Okay, sure.
Mark and Anthony are arguing who between them has longer stick. The length of Mark's stick is 0.84 meter, while Anthony's stick is 0.91 meter long.
Okay, thank you for that one. Okay, or you can also say that is 0 and 84 hundredths meter, while Anthony's stick is 0 and 91 hundredths. Okay, so we can read that one in our using the place value. Okay, so now the question here is who has the longer stick? So if we are going to compare decimals, class, we look into the digits of the same place. So we have here our table, class, na makita dire. So you have there the point, so that is your decimal point, and then you have there your tenths and then hundreds. So your decimal places will help you to compare your given. So, di ba, ang giingon sa ato ang problem is you have their mark sticks, that is 0 and 84 hundredths. So, you have their 8 tenths and then 4 hundredths. While Anthony's stick is 91 hundredths. So, imo na siyang kuan plus itungod. You need to write the place value in order for you to write it very well. Okay? So, what you're going to do, class, is to compare the tens digits. So, ari jud ka mag-start sa imong tens digits class ha, sa tens gid siya. So, you have there ang kang Mark is 8 while kang Anthony is 9. So, you have there, di ba 9 is greater than 8. Okay? So, mas dako man ang 9 kaysa sa 8, di ba? So, therefore, you can say that 0 and 91 hundredths is greater than 0 and 84 hundredths. Okay? And don't forget the symbols that we are going to use if we are going to compare our decimals is 3 kabuok. So you have there your greater than, you have as well your less than, and then the last is equal. Okay? Or the equal symbol. Okay? So mauna silang tulo. So these three are very important. So class, ato siyang i-review. So namantay ko andre no, greater than, less than, and then equal sign. So, 'di ba, if you can remember when you were in grade 3, 'di ba, we have the song. Ay sa ganito nga song atong gitan-awa to before if we're going to use these symbols.
Katong kuan, teacher, katong may crocodile.
Yes, very good. Or the alligator. 'Di ba? Unsa ganito ikanon sa alligator, class? Ang gamay or ang dako?
Ang dako.
Okay,
Dako.
very good.
Big.
Okay, nakainomdom pa di ay, no? So, you have their class, don't forget. Ang kanon gani sa ato ang alligator, class, is ang katong dako of value. If you're going to read that one, that is greater than. So, yung forma kung greater than, you can also use your right arm. So, sa imuhang right arm, basahin ana ganiyang forma sa imuhang gisuwat nga symbol, that is greater than. But if you're going to use your left arm, that is less than. Okay? So, we can say that um, 0 and 91 is greater than 0.84 hundredths. Okay? So, we can now say, or we can now conclude that Anthony has a longer stick than Mark. Okay? So, asa ganita mag-base og una class kung mag-compare ta og decimals in what place value. Okay, very good. It should be on the tens place. Okay, so now let's move to our more examples class. This time I'm going to use Jamboard. Okay, so what if the given is like this? Oops, sorry. This one. You have there 0 and 42 hundredths, and we have as well 0.40 hundredths. So what would be our symbol that we're going to use here? Okay. So, unsay tawag ana nga symbol class? That is greater than. Okay? That is greater than. So, you can use this one class as your reference. That is greater than. This one is less than. Okay? And then the last one is, that is equal to. Okay? Or equals. Okay, so very good. Dali raman siya ma-identify, no? So here we can see a lot of examples. The underlined digits are the digits to be compared because the digits before them are on the same. So the larger the digit in the same place value, the larger is the value of the digits before the same. So remember class, if for example sa tens place, pareha gani sila, that's the time mo move na ka sa imong hundreds place. Okay? The same sa ato ang example sa Jamboard. Since they have the same value man of your tens place, which is 4, so you're going to proceed with your hundreds place. Then tanaw na sa mo asa ang mas dako nila. Okay? So that is how you're going to compare your decimals. Okay, so now do you have any questions with this? Okay, unsa naman yung gipang send sa chat? Anya na lang ng mga inaana, okay? So, none. So you can see here the examples class. Like this one. 4 and 921 thousands is greater than 4 and 901 thousands. The same ilahang tens place, but for the hundreds place, 2 is greater than 1. So, makita na dayon nato asa ang mas dako. While here class, in our second example, you have 8 and 69 hundreds is equals to 8 and 690 thousands. So, teacher, equal ra lagi sila. Okay. So, why are they equal class? Ang isa is 8 and 8 and 69 hundredths, while ang usa is 8 and 690 thousandths. What do you think, class? Why are they equal?
Because they have the same number.
Because they have the same number. Yes? But ang
Yes,
isa
teacher.
kay, but ang
Di,
isa kay,
di na may zero teacher mo na ang zero teacher di ba niingon ka teacher nga ang zero teacher kay wala ra na teacher.
okay, because zero here doesn't have value. Di ba kay ang zero
Yes.
is wala man siya value. So that's why makita na to there is 8 and 609 8 and 69 hundredths and is equal to 8 and 690 thousandths. Okay, but last, wala ra nay value ang imuhang zero basta naa na siya sa right sa imuhang mga non-zero digits. So when we say non-zero digits, that is 1 to 9. If nalagay siya sa right, wala na siya value. Okay? Basta naa sa right. Pero naagani siya sa middle sa imuhang mga 1, 2, 3, it means to say na siya corresponding value. Okay? So just like this example class. What if we are given just like this? Oops. Kanisha. So we have this one and this. Like 0 and 400, 2 thousands, and this one is this 0 and 42 or 420 thousands. So sa kani siya nga part last is included pa na siya dire. But ang kaning nasa right side is wala na ni siya value. Okay? But if we're going to answer that one, yes, that's correct. Madera, that is less than. Not equal ha? Not equal. So, mani siya kung giingon class. Like, for example, in Anisia, if nanagay siya sa tunga, nana na siya significance. While if nanagay siya sa right, wala na siya value. But, di ba, iniga-check na to, ana, if mag-compare ta kay sa tens man ta mag-start. So, they have the same value sa tens, which is 4. But for hundreds, kani siya kay 0, and then this one is 2. So, meaning to say, mas dako ang 2 kaysa sa 0. So, that's why our answer is less than. Okay? So, dili na siya equal class ha? Dili na siya equal. Sige na, ay questions about this example.
Sure.
Okay, wala ra. Very good. Don't forget lang yun, nga sa tens ta mag-start, and then move din ta sa hundreds if the same ilahang tens. Okay? So, that's great. So, just like our example number 4 here. So, you have 0 and 4 thousandths, and the other one is 0 and 4 hundredths. So, you can see here that our tens place is both 0, and then for our hundreds place, you have 0 and then 4. So, makita na to nga 4 is greater than 0 man. So, kani ang ato ang 0.4 hundredths ang kanon sa ato ang alligator. Or that is less than. Okay, very good. Since now, class, you already know how to compare our decimals. Now, this time is mag-arrange na dayon ta, or we're going to order it. Okay? So, if we're going to arrange decimals class, it can be from greatest to least, or it can also be from least to greatest. Okay? Pwede from least to greatest or greatest to least. So, we have here an example. So, 0 and 862 thousandths. And then we have as well 0 and 871 thousandths and 0 and 792 thousandths. So, class, pwede, di ba niyon ta, pwede siya greatest to least, pwede siya from least to greatest. So, when we say class, greatest to least, gikan sa pinakadako hantod sa pinakagamay, we call that one as descending order. Okay? Descending order atong tawag ana niya. Okay? So you have there this one. While if we are going to say greatest to least to greatest, from gamay to pinakadako, that is ascending order. Okay? Ascending order na siya. So teacher, unsaon man nato siya pagkuan, pag-arrange if in ana. So you're going to look at gyud. First is adto sa ka sa whole number. If naa siya'y whole number. Okay? Mag-una ka sa whole number if naa siya'y whole number. Pero if wala gani class, pwede na kang mo proceed sa imuhang decimal nga part. Okay? So, ari gani ka sa decimals nga part class, you should start with your tenths place. Okay? Tenths place. So, for example, ato siyang isuwat sa Jamboard ha. So, for example, di ba, we have there, makita rin ninyo yung Jamboard class?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Di ba, we have 0.862, 0.871, 871, and 792. Okay. So, in this one class, is, first ninyo yung buhaton is, imo na siyang pwede nimo siyang i-write pa barog. Okay? Or pa vertical. Para mas dali nimo siyang ma-identify. So, teacher, what do you mean? Like, for example, imo na siyang i-write as like this. Okay? So, nga naman, teacher, mas dali man nato siyang ma-identify. Or, imo siyang kanang i-line gani ang tanan nimong decimal point. Like, just like this. So, di ba, mas dali nimong ma-identify asa ilang tenths, asa ilang hundreds, asa po ilang thousands. So, ningon man ta, when we arrange our decimals, we need to arrange it from left to right. So, left to right, so are you ka mag-start sa imuhang 0 or sa imong whole number. Since whole number, 0 raman iyang whole number nga places, so you can proceed already of your tenths place. Okay, so ato sa siya ni siyang i-arrange into descending order. Unsa ganito'y descending order class? From greatest to least or from least to greatest?
Greatest to least.
Greatest to least.
Okay, greatest to least. So, ningon man ta nga arita magtanaw sa tong tenths. So, greatest man. So, asa man ani? Kani siyang 0 and 792 thousands is wala na siya. Kay gamay man ang 7. So, we're going to look for these two. 0 and 862 thousands and 0 and 871 thousands. So, mo proceed na dayon ka sa imuhang hundreds place. So, sa imong hundreds place, asa man ang mas dako ani nila? Ang 6 or ang 7? Okay, that is the 7. Diba? So, since tulo raman sila, so pwede na dayon mo siyang isuwat. And then, ang kinalasan, ang pinakagamay, which is 0 and 729 thousands. So, that is how you are going to arrange your given decimals in descending order. Okay. 792, sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay. And now, let's try to have our ascending order. Okay, so for our ascending order, pinakadako hantod sa pinakagamay hantod sa pinakadako. Okay. So, imora ni siyang balihon. So, mo man ni siya ang pinakadako na to, no? So, you can, pinakagamay. So, you can have 0 and 729 thousands. And then you have there 0 and 0 and 862 thousandths, and 0 and 871. So that is now your ascending order. Okay? So naara gyud tayo 2 steps class. First one is you can write your given into vertical form or pabarog, just like this one, and then try to align your decimal point so that it is easier for you to look for the number kung asa ang gamay, asa ang dako. And then, if we're going to arrange, you should start with your left. Okay, so questions class for this example. Okay. Sorry kasi sayop na sad. Okay, 792 lagi siya. Okay, sige. Wala right questions?
Wala, sir.
Okay, wala ra. Very good. So, atong i-check kung sakto ba tong answer. Okay, sakto atong answer. So, this time is we're going to have this one. 0 and this example na punta. So, siyang i-erase. If naay questions, don't hesitate to ask, ha? Pwede ra gid mag-ask if naglibog pa. Okay? I will just copy first the example. 2.99 and 310. Okay, this one. So we have here class, this is our next example. So unsa ito yung first natong buhaton class, we're going to write it. Okay, pa-vertical or pa-row. So you can have 3.01 or 3 and 100ths. Then we have here 2 and 9900ths, and we have as well 3 and 1000ths. So now, we're going to arrange it into descending order. So, descending. So, from dako to kinagamyan. So, arita mag-start sa left man, diba? Sa left. So, arita mag-base sa ato ang whole number. So, you have there 3, 2, and 3. So, you have there, asa man ang dako nila, diba? Kaning duha ka 3. So, ari na punta sa ilahang tens place. So, for tens place, which is bigger, 0 or 1? That is, di ba, ang 1. So, you can write that as your first. So, you have there 3 and 10 hundredths. And then, you can have the next nimo kay katunang imong gi-compare ganina. So, you have there 3 and 0 or 3 and 100ths. And then the last one, that is 2 and 99 hundredths. So that would be your descending order. Okay? Sige, questions. So nanay uban nag-una na, no? Okay, sige lang. As long as ang katong if wala pa jud kaayo naglibog pa, you can always look at lang yun sa akong presentation. Okay? So, for ascending, ato ra siyang balihon. So, you have there 2 and 99 hundredths. Then, the next is 3 and 100ths. And then, the last is 3 and 10 hundredths. Yeah, balira siya. Kaya ang descending from dako to gamay man. So, ang ascending from gamay to dako. Okay? Questions class in arranging or ordering our decimals. Wala right questions? Okay, very good. So makita man na diri class. To compare decimals, follow the following steps. Always line up the decimal points. Compare digits in the same places, starting from the left. Okay, starting from the left. So now class is we're going to proceed with our rounding decimals. Okay, so we are going to round or rounding off our decimals. So let's try to read first our problem here. So who wants to read about the Burj Khalifa?
Major me.
Okay, sige. You can.
The Burj Khalifa has been
Nakuan ka na off imong microphone. Okay.
the Burj Khalifa has been the tallest building in the world since its topping out Shanghai Tower in 2009. The height of the building is 800 8,298 m, round to 8,289. That is to the nearest whole number.
Okay. Or we can read that one as the height of the building is 829 and 8 tenths because that is in decimals man. Okay? And then you have there, we're going to round 829 and 8 tenths to the nearest whole number. So thank you for that one, Tristan. Okay. So class, in our given here, 'di ba makita na to na atay number line. So nakita mo line dira nga naay mga numbers. So teacher, what is the use of this? Unsa day gamit ani niya? So this one class will help you easily to easily round off decimals. So kung ato na siyang i-write ang ato ang given class, 'di ba? You have there. So you have there 829 and 8 tenths. Okay? So for our 829 and 8 tenths, makita na nato siya this one here. Okay? So mao ni siya ang ato ang 829 kani siya nga part diri. So ato do siyang i-round off class into its nearest whole number. So asa man ang whole number ana ato ang 829 and 8 tenths. So di ba ang ato ang whole number ana is kanang 829. And then kanang 8 nga nasa right side is that is for the decimal. So dapat kuno ato siyang i-round into the nearest whole number. So ang duol raman nato nga whole number diha class is you have there this one that is 829 point or end 9 tenths, and then we have 830. And then mao ni atong isa ka whole number diri which is 829. And this one is 830. Mao man na siya whole number, di ba? Because we don't have any whole number man if we're going to write it. So asa man ang mas duol niya class? Ang 829 or ang 830? Sa atong given nga this one. Asa ang duol niya?
830.
Okay, the 830.
8:30.
Okay, so here in our number line class, we can easily see the correct answer. So teacher, what if dili na ta magbuhat og number line? Yes, you can do that one as well. Okay, so basta i-follow lang nato ang ato ang rules. Later on, I will discuss the rules for you. So you have there 829 and 8 tenths is between 829 and 830. So nasa sa tunga-tunga sa 829 and 830. So it is the nearer to 830 or to 829. So your answers are 830. So it means to say, class, that in our 829 and 8 tenths, 830 is the number or the closest or the nearer one to our given nga decimals. So that is the rounded to the nearest whole number. And that would be the answer. Or you can have there the height of the Burj Khalifa is approximately 830 meters. So when we say rounding numbers, class, kung asa siya duol sa given nga problem. Kay this one is whole number man, so whole number ang atuang gipangita. Okay? But there are times nga pangutanon nearest tens, nearest hundreds. So naputay another technique to answer that one. Okay, so like whole numbers, decimals can be rounded as well. So in rounding decimals, you can follow the rules or the same rules in rounding whole numbers. So you can see here, class, that is 4 and 83. So ari gyud kamo tan-awan ig mahayo, class, ha, sa imuhang given, and then kung asa nga decimal place value, imo siyang i-round or imo siyang i-round to. So like for example, this one. You are going to round 4 and 4 and 83 thousandths into tens place. So kung mayon gani kag tens place, class, you're going to look for the tens place sa imuhang 4 and 83 hundreds. So asa gani ang kuan na niya, class? Ang iyahang tens place. Asa ang tens place niya, class? Sa 408. 4.83.
8.
Okay. Very good. That is 8. So, ato siyang i-write, ha. That is 4 and 83. Diba? Ningon man ta nga i-round off siya to the nearest tenths. So, mo ni siya tong basis, class. Kung asa ta mo round off. Kay since tens man ang giingon, class, imong i-locate imuhang tens place, which is ang atuang tens place is ang 8. So asa tong i-round off ana, teacher? So you're going to look, tan-awon nimo ang iyahang right side or iyahang tapad sa right. So since iyahang tapad sa right is 3 man, so we have here the rule, if your number nga tapad sa ato ang giutang diri nga kung asa ta mag round to, if that is 1, 2, 3, and 4, you are going to round down. Okay? Remember? 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is round down. Okay? Round down. And then, if you have there, if ang tapad niya nga number is 5 to 9, sorry, if 5 to 9 gani, class, that is round up. Okay? So, kung mag-round down ganita, class, ang katong giingon nga place value, nga imo untang i-round to is i-copy ra nimo. And then, ang katong sa right is pwede na nimong dili butangan og number. While if mag-round up ka, ang number nga imuhang gi-locate or giingon nga i-round to is maadan og 1. Okay? So, for example, here, we have 4 and 83 hundreds. So, di ba, kaniman ato ang i-round off. Kay we have here
Teacher.
tens place man. Right?
I-round up ni mo, teacher, kay 8 man siya.
Okay. So, ang imong tan-awon so that you will know kung i-round up or i-round down ba siya is ang imuhang right side. Okay? Kay tens place man ta, no? So, imong gi-locate, that is the tens place. So, para makaibaw ka nga i-round up or i-round down nimo, adto ka magtan-aw sa right side. Okay, so we have here 3 man, class. Are we going to round it up or round it down?
Down.
Okay, we're going to round it down. So, kung mag-round it down ta, class, you're just going to copy your these numbers. The 4 point or 4 and 8 tenths. Pwede nang wala kay 3 sa right or wala kay 0 sa right. Okay? And that is now your answer. Okay? Sa right side kaniya magtanaw class ha? Sa tapad niya. Nasabtan ba? Okay.
Yes.
Sige. Let's have another example class. Just ask questions ha if you have. For example, this one. Then you're going to round this off to tens place. So what would be our answer? Okay, you can write your answer or ato siyang basahon class. Ato i-practice nga. We're going to read it as whole number and decimals. Sige. What would be the answer man here?
2 and 3 tenths.
Okay, you have there 2 and 3 tenths. And that is correct. Very good. Okay, sige. Any questions for this class?
No.
Wala ra? Okay. Now let's proceed with another example. This one. Okay. Round this off to the nearest hundreds.
23 8
100.
23 and
800.
800. 23 and 800.
okay. 23 and 800s. Is this right?
Yes.
Okay. And that is correct. Very good. Okay. So, ma-identify ra dayon nimo siya class, no? If asa gyud nimo siya i-round off. So, actually, we can see more examples here. Okay. So, here class, we have this one. So, 17 and 921 thousandths. And then we're going to round it off to the hundreds place. So, asa tong hundreds place ana class? Sa kaninga given, number 2. Asang hundreds place ana niya? What number?
2.
That is 2.
2.
So, unsa man siya? Round up or round down?
Down.
Round down.
Wait. Round down.
Okay. We're going to round down kay unsa man iyang tapad na sa right.
1.
That is 1 man. So our answer there is 17 and 92 hundredths. Okay. Now let's go to the next one class. We have here 905 and 7,618 ten thousandths. So ato daw siyang i-round off to the thousands place. So asa tong thousands place ana class?
1.
1.
Okay, that is 1. Iyang right. Unsa man iyang right?
8.
Round
8.
up, round down.
Round up.
Round up. So what is our final answer?
904 and
4 and 762.
1,000.
Okay, very good. 904 and 762 thousandths. And now for our next class. So what if teacher inani na siya? 8 and this one. 8 and 99. And then you're going to round it off to the tens place. Okay. So asa tong tens place ana class?
9.
Okay. Asa nga 9? Doon man sila ka 9.
First and
Okay.
9.
Kani. First nga 9. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? 9 pud ihang tapad sa right. Round up, round down.
Round up.
Okay, di ba if we're going to round up, mag-add man tag 1 ani. So what will happen is may mo siya 8 and kani siya 10.
0.
Okay, di ba may ana siya? Pero class, we cannot do that one. Okay? Sa decimal, we cannot do that one. So, ang mahitabo class, since ma-10 naman ni siya, di ba, ma-10 ra ni siya. So, ang kanang kuani mo, imo na sa dasang i-add diri sa muhang pikas or sa muhang left side. So, what will happen? You will have an answer of 9. Dili ka pwede
9.
magbutang og 8.10 class. Okay? Dili ka pwede magbutang og 8.10. So, same ra po na kung mag-add ka. So, 10 man na siya. So, bring down 0 and then carry 1. So, you have there 9.0. Okay? Or, that is equivalent to 9. Remember, class ha, basta 9 gani ang tapa dire, mag-add yun kag 1 sa imuhang kuan, basta mag-round up ka. Okay? If you're going to round up, and then 9 ang imong tens place, mag-add sad ka og 1 sa imuhang whole number. So here, you will have your answer as 9. And then round up. Okay. So now, class, let's have our next example. 721 and 3 tenths. Then we're going to round it up sa, or i-round off na to sa tuang 100 place. So, asa tong 100 place ana niya, class?
1.
Is it 1?
1.
100.
3.
3. 3.
0.
100. So, meaning to say, na siya sa whole number nga part.
2.
2?
2.
Hala, nakalimot na sila. Asa ganito ka to atong place value chart na to? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Okay. Hala, nakalimot na sila. Okay. So, our hundreds place there, class, is the 7. Okay, di ba? Sa 100 man na, class, di man na hundreds. Dili man siya sa decimal. So, na siya sa whole number.
Oh.
So, di ba, mag-start man og ones ang whole number. Ones, tens, hundreds. Okay? Ayaw kalimot. So, you have there ones, tens, hundreds. So, atong hundreds diha, class, is the 7. So, tanaw ni mo ang right sa 7. Is it round up or round down?
Round up.
Okay, round down.
Down.
So, kana imuhang whole number diha, since 721 man na siya, kanang 21 ni mo, ma-zero na na siya. So, you can have as 700 sa imuhang final answer. So, remember, class, ang nakadiferensya nila sa decimals, ang sa decimals, class, pwede na dili ni mo butangag 0 ang end. Pero for whole number, if napagay siya sa whole number, butangan yun ni mo siya 0. Okay? So, that is for our 5th example. And for the last one, you have there 8 and 71. And then, imo siyang i-round off to whole number. So, if whole number gani, class, tanaw ni mo asa ang ones place ana niya. So, you have there ones place kay whole number man na siya, di ba? So, you're going to look at sayang right. It's 7. So, round up or round down? Round up or round down? Okay, that is round up.
Down.
7 man ihang tapat. So, that is round up. Okay. Okay, so, i-round up na to. Mag-add tag 1 sa tong 8. So, that is our answer. 9. So, whole number naman, ang decimal, pwede na siyang tag, dili butangan og 0, 0. Okay? So, that is for our rounding decimals. Now, do you have any questions, class?
No.
Okay. Nora?
No questions.
Okay, no questions. Now, class, before I'm going to send you out. Okay, so before I'm going to let you out sa tong meet, I just want to quickly remind you your quiz 4.1. It will close today and then nag-send po kog message sa LMS. Please check it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll pass it later.
Okay. And then prepare also for an activity of your rounding decimals and comparing and ordering decimals. Okay? So I think that's it for today, grade 4. And then see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
teacher.